Hello, I'm Laura. It's February 25th, and this is the Wednesday Heartwarmer of today's Heartlines. Our theme for Heartlines this week is Let Love Be Genuine, and that in itself is very heartwarming. Genuine love is authentic, unconditional, and shared love with others in our world. And so when we look at what that means, we go a little deeper into what Paul said in his letter to the Romans in chapter 12, verses 9 and 10. He said, "Let love be genuine, hate what is evil, and hold fast to what is good." Now I'm going to stop there because there are a lot of people who think they are doing that when they take on divisive rhetoric and opinions as have been flying around the State of the Union, which was given yesterday by President Trump in the United States. In fact, it's kind of an ironic thing. The State of the Union for the United States could be so divisive. So it might be that intention to hate what is evil, to hold fast to what is good, without really understanding the deeper meaning of that statement. As we said a couple of days ago, to hate what is evil means to look at the meaning. Hate means to avoid. And evil is spelled backwards, is to live, to live. So what is evil is actually looking at life backwards from a state of fear, from a state of anger and upset versus a state of unconditional love. So to hate what is evil and do what is good is actually to choose that unconditional love. And Paul's next statement actually speaks to this. Love one another with mutual affection. This is what brings us together. And it brings us together in today's world with compassion. As we see in our headlines that the Guthrie family is still missing their beloved mother, Nancy Guthrie. And a great compassionate call from Savannah Guthrie came out yesterday to not only continue the prayers for her mother, but also for all people who are missing loved ones in their lives. So this kind of compassion is what unites us beyond the politics, beyond the personal viewpoints and backgrounds. We come together in love and compassion for each other. And the other thing Paul said in this statement is outdo one another in showing honor. And another thing that has brought us together in unity over the past couple of weeks has been the Olympics. Oh, of course, we've had our competitions, and some have won and some have lost. But all the athletes were cheering for each other and celebrating with each other when gold and silver and bronze were won. So we too can cheer with each other and celebrate with each other all the great athletes who went to Milan for the Winter Olympics. So celebration is another quality that unites us in love. So compassion and celebration bring us together as our Wednesday Heartwarmer. And we are going to open up to these two qualities right now in a moment of silent contemplation. As we take a deep breath and close our eyes and focus on this thought. With compassion for those who experience difficult times and joy for those celebrating great accomplishments. I unite in love with people everywhere and from every walk of life. With compassion for those experiencing difficult times, and joy for those celebrating great accomplishments, I unite in love with people everywhere and from every walk of life. And so it is. So the violence of storms and the inhumane acts from some people to other people while we go through our day-to-day experiences can actually call up the deepest compassion that we can all have for one another. And even in the mistakes we have made in life, we can have compassion for ourselves to get through them and courage enough to share our compassion with others. And for the celebrations in life, we can also go to the heart and experience the joy that others are experiencing in celebrating for their own accomplishments and for the accomplishments of others. So I am glad you are joining me today, because this is a time of coming together, of experiencing unity and a true state of union. Thank you for being with me today, and have a wonderful day.